population of people. So how
Yeah.
does that factor into what you were mentioning earlier about picking population?
Well, they were comparing people in rural China to urban China, which may not have as much to do with us as we think, but there were so many people there. It wasn't like picking like one fishing village. We're talking about, I don't know how many people, I think over 1 million people in that study. So I don't think that the sampling bias was part of the problem there. We're looking at people all over China who have completely different diets. So, and I don't think that there was any one thing that would be deficient in their diet as you would expect in a fishing village in Japan. Anyway, so very dramatic changes in diet with changes in your health with diet. Next. And I think that we'll end there and see if anybody has any questions. Yes?
What was the side effect of statins?
Side effects of statins, because they meddle with something that is present in your liver and also in your muscles. Usually it's muscle aches. Some people experience arthralgias, which would be pain in your joints. Very few people actually experience inflammation of their joints, which would be arthritis. That would be the most common.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
So you're talking about detergents and soaps killing bacteria or something? How do you get it? Like, how do you get that inside into your body? Like, it's on the plate, or when you wash dishes and it's get it on your hands, or
So we're covered with bacteria,
yeah.
even though we don't see them, but our skin flora has, we have just as much variety on our skin as we have on the inside of our bodies. So, and there is growing evidence that the bacteria living on your skin actually have a lot to do with what's in your mouth and further on down, and that there's all this interaction that goes on, and that by subjecting yourself to harsh soaps and chemicals and things all the time, you're not only getting rid of the oils, which are important for vitamin D metabolism, but you're also altering the bacteria. And there's the one probiotic product that I like is the probiotic skin cream, because that actually makes a huge difference for some people who have acne and other skin problems.
So what do you suggest for like bathing?
Well, bathing, scrubbing your body with a sponge may be enough.
Not necessarily actually a soap, even if it's like natural soap.
I've heard the term natural soap many times. I'm a backpacker, so they sell this backpacking soap, which is supposedly environmentally friendly. I don't think it is. I think it's all just sulfates and phosphates, and they all, once they get into the water, cause abnormal growth of algae and stuff. And I don't think there is such thing as healthy soap per se. So some people make soap with bicarb and ashes and things, but I'm not sure there is such a thing as a healthy soap.
Do you use soap?
I use soap on my hands because I'm a doctor and I have to see patients and I don't want to carry stuff from. And sometimes I do, but for the most part, I bathe every day if I don't use soap.
You just exfoliate or
It works. Try it. Depends. At the end of the day, maybe I don't smell so good. But yes.
Have I used up my quota of questions?
No.
Tell me about your take on hydrogen peroxide
What about it?
as a antibacterial. So I'm just saying, so throwing a few drops of that, maybe industrial grade of that in your water pick when you're water picking and things like that. Is that a healthy functional model as you would conceive it?
So there is actually a study going on at the University of Kansas. It's been going on for a few years on the use of vitamin C as chemotherapy. And the way that works is that vitamin C, when you drip it in intravenously very quickly, turns into hydrogen peroxide in your bloodstream, and it's toxic to the cancer cells. And you know, hydrogen peroxide in general is kind of a toxic thing for your skin. You know, we use it sometimes for doing ear lavage and things like that, but it's not something that I would say, if you think something is a chemotherapy agent, it's probably not good for you.
May I add?
Sure.
Something that we're using at home for the water pick is baking, actually it's a baking soda and salt suspension, a saline solution. It's baking soda and salt for killing bacteria, salt.
So you're really just changing the pH more than anything else, probably.
We're just following the directions of our naturopathic dentist. But we seem to, yeah, maybe,
Last question, ready? Yes.
A rather safe detergent, because they all seem so harsh, just looking at them.
So do you have a safe
Is
one?
there- And I'm asking you, is there something that is a little bit less harsh?
I would say follow I don't know which one would be better, so I'm not gonna say. But when people go to the dermatologist and they have some kind of skin allergy, they usually have them use things that are the least fragrant.
Fragrance out?
So
Yeah.
the fragrances tend to be more allergenic anyway.
use less.
Right, thank you, Dr. Bagheri, for being here.
Thank you.
Always intriguing and enlightening, huh?
Edutaining.
Entertaining as well.
Edutaining.
Edutaining. All right, so, again, I want to thank you for coming this evening. A couple of things. Again, if you could, find in your hearts to donate to the, Land Conservancy, there's a donation box out front. If you did not sign in, please do so. There's a sign-in sheet, at least with your email. Again, we don't, spam anybody, we just wanna keep them aware of the next educational event. Also,